My name's Geraldine and I'm the nutritionist for Zaiqa World, and what we're going to be doing today is actually putting together a really good juice for you. So let me just explain to you about what the reasons why you should include this juice in your diet. It contains just 2 ingredients, so if you're in a real hurry then you can to put 2 ingredients through a juicer is no time at all. So firstly, I'm going to talk about ginger. Ginger contains many minerals and many vitamins, but the ones that are probably the best ones out of it are things like the magnesium it contains. It contains a certain amount of copper and potassium. If you have something like motion sickness or pregnancy, nausea, then ginger's a really good thing to include in the diet. You can include it in the diet or juice it like I'm going to show you. Although when you juice it, it is quite pungent, so it's important to remember that. If you're going to start adding ginger to your juices, then what you really need to do is maybe gradually increase it and not go for a really high amount. So that's what the ginger's going to give us, and it really is good if you've got that any motion sickness or are pregnant, then you can use this. The copper, potassium and magnesium that it contains is very good for you, and sometimes we don't get enough of those vitamins, those minerals in our diet. The other ingredient is an apple. Now I use a green apple. The reason for that is because a lot of the times I think the red apples are a bit too sweet. So what we want to do is really stick to a green apple that is less sweet, and try and, I mean obviously some of them are really bitter, and the reason why an apple's bitter is it really again is good for the liver and the kidneys, so that's why it will be bitter, and so therefore it will be like an antioxidant effect that we can use it. In fact, the antioxidant in an apple is a flavonoid, and it's called quercetin, and so that's basically what you're going to be getting from an apple plus other things. So all I'm going to start with now is just to show you, if you just use say like about 1 centimetre of ginger, it's more or less like a shot. You don't need to peel it or anything like that, you just need to make sure that it can actually fit in the juicer. So you don't need to peel it or anything. And already I can smell the ginger, it's got such a pungent smell to it that's really nice. And the apple, we're actually just going to cut that up. And again, when you're juicing, you don't really have to take anything out. You literally can just cut it all up. And that just shows you just how simple. I normally take the stalk off, but you can just see just how simple that is. And I've got my juicer here now, so literally all I'm going to do is pass it through the juicer. So I'll pop the juicer on. You generally need a plunger, depending on which type of juicer you use. Some can take whole apples and things, but mine can't. So this is what I'm going to put through. So I'm putting the ginger through, and I can really smell that. Such a pungent taste, really lovely. This is really also good for digestion. If you want to include weight loss, if you want healthy skin, all of these things can be achieved by including different juices in your diet, and certainly one that has antioxidants in it is very good for the skin. So let's just pop it all in now. And you will actually see how quick that is. So it's really quick, that's just gone through the juicer. And I'm just going to show you. Smells really lovely, you can really smell the ginger in it, and it is really pungent. It all really depends on how much ginger you want. My advice would be start with a very small amount and then increase that. And this is more or less like a shot. Do you have coffee first thing in the morning? If you need to wake yourself up with coffee, then you really need to think about your health and what you're doing. So my advice would be, try and reduce the amount of coffee if you're a big coffee drinker in your diet, and actually replace it with some kind of juices. This juice is what I call the kick juice, and it will really wake you up in the morning. It really does give you a massive, great big kick. And it's so simple. All it is apple and ginger. The smell is lovely. So there you have it, our kick juice. So if you need to have coffee in the morning, then this is a great replacement, and I mean it really does give you that kick. It smells pungent with the ginger, and ginger gives you things like copper, potassium and magnesium. Ginger is also really good for motion sickness or in pregnancy, so a little bit of a juice like this if you're pregnant is fantastic first thing in the morning. Remember to add a small amount of ginger first of all, because what you don't want is to be really surprised by that kick that the ginger is going to give you. The apple is a really good antioxidant. It contains things like flavonoids, and one of the main ingredients or enzymes I would say in the apple is quercetin. So there you have it. This is the kick juice. This was Healthy Life with Zaiqa World, and I'm Geraldine Curran, the nutritionist. Don't forget to leave comments below. If you really like this or you want me to include other juices, then just let me know what you would like to see me do. So leave it in the comments below, ask questions, and don't forget you can contact me at any time to ask questions. So leave your comments below and I will reply as soon as I can.